Rising levels of unemployment is raising fears of violent extremist attacks. That's according to a report by the National Commission on Civic Education, Ncce. Though governments say it has created a lot of jobs, unemployment rates continue to remain high. Here's a report by Mercy Darling Loco.
The Ghana Living Standards for 2017 by the Statistical Service puts the country's overall unemployment rate at 8.4%. A World Bank report in 2020 on Ghana indicated that the country is faced with 12% youth unemployment and more than 50% underemployment, both higher than the overall unemployment rates in sub-Saharan African countries. A recent study by the National Commission for Civic Education, Ncce, reveals the country is not immune to violent extremism in spite of the appreciable level of peace among citizens. According to the study, the unemployed youth, which constitute the largest part of the population, can easily be recruited to commit acts of violence.
Anybody after apprenticeship or out of school, you would want to get something doing, and the state indeed has a responsibility to provide for everybody, young people, in terms of they getting some kind of employable skill or having a job. And so certainly if one is not doing anything, or if one is just idle, and the person is desperate to make ends meet, to find a livelihood, the possibility of getting yourself into a situation like this can happen. It may not get too good if we don't do more.
For fraud and security consultant Richard Kumado, government must be more proactive in the provision of jobs for the youth.
If you look at the big economies in the world, they are becoming more serviceable instead of being in the productive side. We can do better as a nation. And you look at our internet charges in this country are a little bit too high. We can look at some of the things that happens within the public space, benchmark what is best in other parts of the world, and begin to channel our energies, especially from the youth, and we can be more productive. So I agree with people who said, let's look at creating sustainable jobs for the youth.
Some members of the public have also been sharing their frustration over the situation.
You have to go to school, thinking that, okay, I have to further my education. After I'm done with university, I'll get a job. Not even get a call to an interview. And people, most of our leaders are also bringing more of their people in the company rather than employing the youth. And some are old, they need to go on and this one, pension, and they are still there. So this thing, and the government needs to do something about it. It's very bad.
People like me, that we want to use the right path to get to where we want to get to. We finish and we feel like, what next? And then in answering what next, we're just like at a standstill. There's no job, and you have to just go out. And then when you're going out there, it's like who you know. So how are we that we don't know anybody and we want to just use the right path? So I feel like it's really a problem.